Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
All right, so you guys requested a deep dive into the Black Mafia family, the BMF. And, well, let me tell you, this story, it's got it all. From the streets to hip-hop, family, ambition, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, it's wild how the BMF story, it intersects with so many parts of American culture, Makes you really think about success, what people will do to get it, that kind of thing.
And it all starts with two brothers, from my understanding. Big Meech and Southwest T, right? What was the early days? What were they like back then?
Picture Detroit, late 80s, not a lot of opportunity, especially for, young black men.
Right.
Big Meech and Southwest T, they're just teenagers then. And they start out, well, like a lot of kids in their situation, hustling, slinging $50 bags of cocaine, just trying to get by.
Makes sense.
But they had this ambition, this vision that went way beyond those street corners.
So how'd they go from, street level to running the whole empire, making millions? That doesn't just happen overnight.
It was a process, for sure. Street smarts, business sense, they had both. They knew that to really make it big, they had to control everything, the whole supply chain. That meant connecting directly with the cartels in Mexico. And that's where Southwest T, he really shined. He was always the more cautious one.
So he was the logistics guy, making sure the product is moving smoothly.
Exactly. Efficiency, keeping a low profile, that was his thing, especially as they started expanding across state lines,
Across state lines, how far did their operation actually reach?
By the early 2000s, they were coast to coast, man.
Yeah.
From California all the way to Alabama, Tennessee, everywhere in between, always making sure there was never a shortage of, supply to meet the demand.
Wow. Talk about coverage. But that kind of growth, that kind of reach, that's going to attract some unwanted attention, right?
It's bound to happen when you're dealing with that kind of money and power. The DEA, they had been watching for years, and they had a ton of information, wiretaps, over 900 pages worth of transcribed conversations. Wait, 900 pages of wiretaps? That's not just a little snooping around. Was that, the key to their downfall or what?
It definitely played a huge role, yeah. Imagine every deal, every worry, every struggle for power, all those inner workings of the BMF just laid out. But here's the thing, those wiretaps, they also showed how Big Meech and Southwest T, they were drifting apart. And that right there was a big part of their downfall, too.
Okay, now you've got me curious. What was the rift about? Were their personalities just that different?
You could say that. I mean, Big Meech, he loved the attention, the flashy lifestyle, all that came with the money. Moved to Atlanta, got really into the hip-hop scene, partying, hanging with celebrities, you name it.
And Southwest T, he was cool with, staying out of the spotlight. Southwest T, he was all business, always. He knew the risks, saw how his brother lived as a liability, thought it was drawing too much attention. You see this all the time, the clash between wanting to be known and needing to stay hidden. Classic story. And it wasn't just a personal thing. Big Meech, he saw hip-hop as a way to make their money legit, go from drug dealers to businessmen, moguls, that whole thing. He started BMF Entertainment.
BMF Entertainment.
Yeah.
So was that all about cleaning money, or was there something else going on there, too?
I'd say it was a little of both. Big Meech, he loved that world, being around famous people, going to award shows. The parties, man.
Oh, I bet. Legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah.
But he also saw it as a way out, like an investment, a way to leave the streets behind.
But would the music industry even touch that? I mean, bringing in a known, drug lord, that's a risk.
True, but those lines between hip-hop and the streets, they've always been kind of blurry,
Right.
For some artists, being down with the BMF, it gave them street cred, plus the money, the connections. Hard to say no to that.
I guess so. But the DEA's watching. Seems like a bad idea.
For some, the payoff was worth it. Big Meech, he wasn't just offering money. He was offering a lifestyle most people could only dream of, Private jets, parties with celebrities, that kind of thing can boost a career real quick. He even got one of their artists, Blue Da Vinci, a Source Award nomination.
Hold on, a Source Award? That's what, the Oscars for hip-hop?
Back then, yeah, pretty much. Put Blue Da Vinci on the map. And for Big Meech, it was proof that he could make it in both worlds.
But it didn't last, did it?
No.
Because the feds caught up. Was it Big Meech's lifestyle, like all that flash?
It was a lot of things. The DEA, they'd been building their case for a while, and those wiretaps, they gave them everything they needed. But yeah, Big Meech, he liked to be seen. All those parties, the money he was spending, made him an easy target.
So the thing he wanted, the fame, it brought him down. Kind of ironic when you think about it.
That's the game, man. The higher you climb, the harder you fall.
What happened
Ooh.
when the feds moved in?
2005. Big bust. Big Meech, Southwest T, they both got hit with 30 years.
30 years. That's it, right? BMF is done.
That's what everyone thought. Until, well, last month, Big Meech, he got out.
Whoa. After all that time.
Yeah.
Must have been surreal.
Totally. I mean, the world's a different place now. Imagine being locked up for almost 20 years. Everything's changed. Technology, everything.
And now he's got to figure out who he is.
Yeah.
Right? With everyone knowing him as, well, the head of a drug empire. Has he, tried to stay out of the public eye?
It seems like he's doing the opposite. Big on Instagram, posting all the time, motivational stuff, even talking about the past.
Interesting. So he's trying to, control how people see him. It's wild, right? He's using social media to kind of rewrite his own story.
It makes you wonder, can someone like that, with his past, can they really ever just, outrun it?
Exactly.
He talks about redemption, about using his experience to, guide young people, steer them in the right direction.
Right, right.
But, I mean, it's one thing to say it, another to actually live it.
True that. And it's not just about him.
Right.
The whole BMF thing, it says something about, about us, about our society. If you get this group, they come from nothing, they fight their way up in a system that's, not exactly fair.
Not at all.
And they achieve their own version of the American dream, just, a pretty messed up version.
Makes you think about what that dream even means, Is it really possible for everyone? Or do some people, do they have to take a different path, a darker path to get there?
It's a tough question. And the BMF story, it doesn't really give you an easy answer.
Nope.
And we can't forget about the whole hip-hop connection, right? The parties, the artists, that whole image Big Meech cultivated.
Mm-hmm.
Did that change hip-hop? I mean, did it change how we see success, what we think it takes to make it?
It's hard to say definitively how much they influenced things, but, they were glamorous, they were dangerous, people were drawn to that, and it made some people wonder, is this what it takes to really make it in hip-hop? Do you need that connection to the streets, to that darker side of things?
So where does that leave us? What's the takeaway from all this? Besides, just a crazy story.
I think it's a reminder to really think about the stories we tell ourselves, about success, ambition, what really matters, and the price you might have to pay for it. The BMF, they're a cautionary tale, for sure. A reminder that the American dream, it can be a dangerous thing to chase, especially for those who the system's always failed.
It's a story that sticks with you, that's for sure. Makes you think about choices, consequences, that line between right and wrong. And now, with Big Meech out, who knows what's next? How's he going to navigate this new world? Will he really change? It's like you said, can you ever outrun your past? Or does it always catch up eventually? Something to think about as we wrap up this deep dive into the Black Mafia family.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.